Hi everyone, it's Lynn here, the GoliveGranny, and I have had a wonderful but very long and tiring day. The day being Thursday the 30th of May 2024, and I left home this morning at just after 10:30. I booked a taxi to take me down to Ryde to get the number 3 bus that I wanted to go to Ventnor. The 37 that goes from the bottom of my road did not connect with the bus that I wanted to take to Ventnor. It was raining and I booked a taxi because as a pneumonia survivor, I'm very careful about not getting soaked and wet. I was at death's door with pneumonia and I don't want to go there again. So got the taxi down. Fortunately, there was enough space under it had actually stopped raining by the time I got to the bus stop, but fortunately there was a space under the shelter, so that was fine. The bus was 20 minutes late getting to us, which meant I was 20 minutes late getting into Ventnor to meet my friends. But I, through the mobile phone system, what a marvellous system that is, I was able to let them know I was going to be late. And so they weren't worried at all. And when I got to Ventnor, I got off at the boot stop and went straight into the cafe that's right by the bus stop where my friends were waiting for me, my lovely Yvonne and Pauline. And we had a lovely lunch. And I was very careful in my choice of lunch because I'm on Slimming World and I was very close to my 2 stone award. I only needed to lose ½ pound this week to get my 2 stone award, and it was weigh-in night tonight. So I didn't want to do something in Ventnor today that would sabotage my weight loss. And so I was able to have a jacket potato with salad without any embellishments or endorsements. So I had no sins to count for Slimming World. So that was brilliant. But we were going to wait to Crave ice cream parlour. And so one of the reasons for going to Ventnor was to see my lovely friend Yvonne, who I hadn't seen for ages. And until recently, I didn't feel up to making that journey because it's more than an hour's journey from Ryde on the bus. And then I have to get to the bus as well. So, I'm now feeling way better. And so I was going to do that. And Pauline, who also is a friend of mine who lives in Ventnor, she had asked me, she had seen me doing my paper crafting and she'd seen me put an ice cream truck online. I haven't got it here. It's in the other room, that one that I made. And she asked me if I would make an ice cream truck in the same colours as the logo for Crave ice cream parlour, which is, she frequents the ice cream parlour very regularly and she loves them. And they had a 9th birthday in the last week. And I didn't realise that it was their birthday when she asked me. But anyway, she asked me if I could make this. And I was more than happy to oblige and make another ice cream truck. And then, so I made the ice cream truck. And then this morning, at the very last minute, I thought, it needs a box to go in. So fortunately, I can make a box quickly. The ice cream van, not so quick to make, but I could make a box quickly. So I made a box and I cut out the letters of Crave to put on the top of the box. And on their logo, they have a little ice cream as well by the letter V. So I managed to put an ice cream there as well. Great fun with that. I love doing things like that. And so I was more than happy to oblige Pauline and do that. But she insisted that when we went round to Crave that I gave it to the people at Crave. So Tracy runs the shop there. It's got some lovely staff and they were working so fast because it's half term. They had a lot of visitors in that shop and they make all the ice cream. They're such amazing flavours. But of course, as I told you, I was only ½ pound away from my 2 stone award, and it was weigh-in day today. And I thought, if I do myself damage at lunchtime, I would thoroughly enjoy the ice cream, but if I sabotage my weight loss tonight, I wasn't going to be keen. So I did ask them in the ice cream parlour, which is the least calorific of your ice creams? And there was an ice cream there that had no added sugar. It was chocolate and orange. and I had it, and my friends had their ice cream. Now I noticed my ice cream was smaller than theirs. I think they only had one portion left. That was absolutely fine. I didn't want to be too naughty. It was delicious. It started melt. We went and sat on the wall outside, and it started melting, and I started getting over my hands and over my face, just like a little child. Anyway, it was delicious. We all sat on the wall and had our we did pictures and enjoyed our ice cream. Unfortunately, I saw a lovely shop there with lots of sunflowers out, and I was going to take a photograph, but I think because I got in a mess with my ice cream, I never got round to taking a photograph of those beautiful sunflowers out that shop, decorated all around the doorway. Anyway, the owner of the shop messaged me. She'd seen I'd been in Ventnor, and she said, "Oh, you should have popped in." And I said, "Oh, yes, I should have done, and I certainly should have taken the photograph." So next time I go to Ventnor, I will do that. But unfortunately, Ventnor's going to be closed soon. They've got lots of issues with roads that need lots of work done on them, and one of the roads is going to be closed shortly for repair work. And on the bus today, they said there would be shuttle buses, but the buses can't get through that road, so there's going to be shuttle buses. Anyway, I'll try and perhaps time it not in the time that, I think that's a fortnight. I'm not going to try and do it when they're trying to do the road work, so I might wait till after. But I will go back to Ventnor. Anyway, the lady, Tracy, in the ice cream parlour, she absolutely loved her ice cream van, and she put it up on a shelf in the ice cream shop. So if you're ever in there, have a look up on the shelf, and there is her ice cream truck. I did tell her that I had another shop who had one of my little goodies in it. When Commie Coffee opened in Newport some years ago, I made them a little superhero with a cape on, and that ended up on the shelf in their shop as well. So I have a lot of fun doing these things, and it brings enjoyment to other people. So, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? So lots of fun there. Anyway, so I had fun over there. I did pop in briefly to the Better Days Cafe to see if I could catch up with Kirsty, who runs that amazing organisation which helps people with learning difficulties and difficult situations. I mean, anybody can go in there, but she's an amazing person and runs an amazing organisation there, helping lots of people. And she wasn't there, unfortunately, today, but I didn't tell her I was coming. I didn't see if she was there because I needed to meet Pauline and Yvonne. I'd planned to meet Yvonne on Tuesday, but Pauline couldn't make it on Tuesday. And if I was going to make this ice cream thing, I wanted to give it to Pauline personally. So we changed it today. That was fine. But what it did mean was I had to come back from Ventnor, and then I went straight to Slimming World, where I did get my 2-stone award. That £0.5, it was only £0.5 came off, fortunately. If I'd had a bigger ice cream, I think I might not have done it. So anyway, that came off. And then I went down to Ryde Castle, where there was a Ryde annual meeting, but I was a bit confused at first about what the meeting was, whether it was the annual general meeting. No, it wasn't. It was a meeting of lots of organisations doing marvellous things in Ryde. And so I got there for the second hour of that meeting, and there were people. There was Aspire. There's a time bank coming in Ryde. That was amazing, where I could bank my time, maybe helping somebody to learn to knit or do some paper craft, and then maybe I banked an hour of my time, and then I could claim an hour of time back if I wanted somebody to do my garden or some other chore, or some other task or whatever. So I'm really excited to see that's a brand new project come to Ryde, and I'm really, really excited about that. And then Aspire were there. Who else was there? Friends of the town hall. They're trying to bring the town hall back into use. We bought back. The town hall is being bought back, or has been bought back, and want to bring it back into action. It needs a lot of input of funds to bring it back into action. Network Ryde were there. They help the younger people in Ryde, and that's an amazing organisation. And now they're taking over St Thomas's Church. They've outgrown they had an area that like a shop area, and they've outgrown that. And fortunately, they're able to go into the old St Thomas's Church, I think it's called. I might be wrong. I think it's St Thomas's, and they're going in there, and they have had lots of work done in there. It's amazing. They're only a few weeks away from opening that, and that's a much bigger place for the youngsters to go in there, and there will be some amazing things going on in there. I met a lady who was displaying all the things that happen in the library. So much stuff. Do you know what? I have missed so much stuff because I had pneumonia in December 2022, and for 3 months I was on oxygen, so not out and about, obviously, and most of last year I wasn't out and about, and I wasn't so much on social media because I was concentrating on getting me well. After I was so close to death. I would have died the night I went into hospital. If I hadn't gone into hospital, the doctors at the hospital told me I would have died. So it was a pretty gruesome time, but I looked after myself. I've got myself well, and very grateful to everybody who said how well I'm looking now, and that I'm glad that I'm back to full strength, because of course I'm known as the GoliveGranny, and I like to promote all these wonderful things that are going on. So tonight, there were so many amazing things going on. I met some wonderful people. Georgie Carter is one of our Ryde town councillors. Had to have a selfie with her. It would be rude not to, because this week she was on the Great British Sewing Bee on BBC One, and she won Best Garment. So that was amazing. I did say it was wonderful to see her, and I hoped that she was doing well in the rest. Of course, she's not privy to tell me how the rest of the series went, but we all wish her lots of luck. She's such a lovely person, and it would be rude not to have a selfie. I had some selfies with other people. They're just amazing. I met a lot of people, and I learnt so much stuff. So many new things going on in Ryde. Apley Tower, wow, that's a lovely building, and that's being brought back into use. I met the lady that was telling me about lots of funding they've done for Apley Tower, and all these different things. I'm trying to remember what else was around the room. Oh, Ryde Carnival, people were there. Of course, we have a wonderful carnival, and the residents of Ryde. And I helped them, and we all helped each other to make the Ryde Carnival got them the most votes to be the most popular carnival in the country some years ago. Can't remember what year that was. I think it was 2018, but I might be wrong. And yeah, so many lovely people. There's some people I haven't seen for a long time, and so many people wishing me well and saying how well I looked, and it was good to have me back in the loop, because of course I am known as the GoliveGranny, but what I had to do was make sure I stayed alive. Otherwise I'd be the Go Dead Granny, and that wouldn't be much good to anybody. So yes, so hopefully I will be out and about bringing more information. I'm not going to do it at the level I used to do it. It's more about now getting other people to share, and then me sharing the information they give me, rather than running around like a headless chicken like I used to. But it's about collaboration. It's about working together. We had this conversation with so many have had this conversation tonight. If we work together, things will really happen. And of course, Ryde is actually a thriving and buzzing place. It really is nice. We're gearing up for the general election. Vix was at the event tonight. She is standing as the Green Party candidate in the East White. Of course, Isle of Wight is going to. We had one MP up till now. We're being divided, and we have a West White and East White now. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all this pans out going forward. I believe Michael Lilly was there. I didn't see him, but I think he might have been at the meeting tonight, perhaps before I was there. And he's also standing in the East White category. you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out. And so it was an amazing day, followed by an amazing evening. And then I decided to get a taxi home because I was tired. And then I decided to just wind down a bit by watching a little bit of TV. I like quiz shows, so I watched The Finish Line and Pointless. And now I'm off to bed. But I just thought I'd just do a quick roundup and a catch up here. And tell you how great my day was. But if I go to bed now, I'll get lots of sleep. Have to be up fairly early in the morning. Because this time it's 11:15 now, actually, later than I thought I was going to be. But this is I used to be a night owl. I used to be up well after midnight and all that. But I'm going to bed now. Going to get up early in the morning, and then I will be picked up and taken off to the Isle Access Warm Hub in Newport High Street. So that's a warm hub that Jan, who's the CEO of Isle Access, organised, and I go down there and I help with anybody if they want to do any paper crafting. And tomorrow we're just preparing some stuff for the 8th of June, because we will be on the Saturday the 8th of June, we will be in the Victoria Rec, and there's a whole D-Day celebration going on down there. So we're preparing a bit of craft work that goes with D-Day. So you might expect to see some poppies. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm knitting, and I was knitting on the bus, and I'm knitting a World War II soldier to put on display, because I thought that went well with D-Day, and I enjoy making these things, and then that will be given to somebody for a good cause after the event. So that's it's not a very quick roundup. That was a roundup of my very busy and very interesting day. Night, night, everybody. See you soon. Bye.